if you talk about it from a high level point of view, you've got retail, office, industrial, but then there's so many different subsectors under those as well. Even retail property on its own has a plethora of different subsectors in inner city, outer suburbs, suburban retail, shopping centres, strip shops. There's so many different locations that are doing really well, and then there's some that are really suffering too. And the ones that are doing extremely well, you might see a vacancy and it's leased again within 1 or 2 weeks. So I think there's a perception out there based on what the media said that the commercial property is really struggling. I mean, the CBDs are doing it hard across office and retail, but generally what's happening is more people are spending time at home, they're spending money in their local community. So what we're actually seeing is it to be quite fierce and competitive in that retail landscape in the suburbs. And the industrial market is firing probably harder than any commercial property sector. And we're seeing a lot of businesses that are connected to building and trade or even production, and they're saying, well, we need space, we need to expand, and it's cheaper for us to have $2 million worth of debt than it is to pay the rent on a property that's worth $2 million. So the cash flow makes sense, their business is going good, and they're saying, why wouldn't we try and buy our own premises? So most capital cities at the moment, there's a real shortage of industrial property. In areas that are suburban high street type precincts, retail's really, really thriving. And really it's that office market that's a bit questionable at the moment. And because office leases tend to be 3 and 5 years, even though we've had last year and it was a really tumultuous time, it doesn't mean that everyone can just exit their lease because of COVID. You know, they might have another 2, 3, 4, 5 years to run on that lease before they can actually take less space or look at relinquishing that office space. So that means there's a longer lead time frame for these changes to really come through.